So I'm just going to do the joint on the back plate, join the two halves together, and this is where a good joint starts, with a very sharp plane. So I've just sharpened it, honed it on my hard black Arkansas stone there, and really try to get it as sharp as you possibly can. And when I say sharp, I kind of mean like this. There you go. Literally razor sharp. Well, I guess if you're watching this video, one of the reasons is you probably want to know how to get a decent joint down the middle of the back. The book says the glue joint is then dressed square and both pieces clamped together. Well, that sounds simple enough, doesn't it? Okay, so let's have a go at that. Both the back pieces held together. I'm going to put them in the vise. And then plane this surface so that it is actually square to this face. So let's get that level. With wedges, of course, it's a little bit trickier. Plane set really fine. Holding the plane at an angle because it seems to slice through the curly grain much better than if you work along the length. Right, that's as much as I'm going to do on there with both pieces together. I'm going to take them apart now and fine tune them individually. Where's the mark? Ooh, there. Put that on. I can have a look and see what that joint is like. Now, what can I see? I can see that actually it's rocking. It needs to have much more out of the middle. Looks alright. So this one needs. Well, I planed this surface and got it pretty much as good as I can using the jack plane. But because the grain is figured, and it's that figuring is the grain can change in direction, there are some tiny little tears in spite of how sharp the plane is. So I'm going to do something now which I never thought I would advocate, is I'm actually going to sand the joint, and I've made up this special kind of sanding block to enable me to do that. So it's a bit like a kind of a cross between a shooting board and a file, if you like. So I'm going to use this, press hard against the side there, and sand along that joint, and hopefully it will dress that edge so that it's square and flat all the way along, and at the same time it should get rid of any of the little tears in the surface of the joint. Okay, so that's looking quite good. So I'm going to do the other one now. And what I'm doing is I'm just putting some pencil marks across there like that, and then when I know all the pencil marks have gone, I know that I've sanded all the areas. Now you won't be able to see, but what I can feel is that it's high in the middle. So I'm just going to concentrate on taking a little bit out of this middle area here on both of them. Well, after sanding and changing for a finer grade of paper, I think the joint's pretty much as good as I'm going to get it. In fact, you can hear that it's making contact all the way along there, and it's not wobbling anymore. It's also true in this direction, so when it's glued together you're not going to get this sort of effect. So no, pleased with that. I shall glue that together now. And there we have the back, clamped up, being glued with tight bond. So I shall leave that overnight before I take it apart. So here we are a couple of days later, and as you can see, it's all gone together very nicely. I've taken it down to an even thickness and cut it out roughly on the bandsaw. So the next step is to carve the back, and maybe we'll look at that in the next video. So thanks for watching. Cheers.